Hello everyone, welcome back to the B-Movie Bunker. Today we are looking at 30 Days of Night, Dark Days. This is the sequel to 30 Days of Night. Brought to us by Ben Katai. This one, wow. So Stella survived, the vampire onslaught in Barrow, Alaska. Now she's traveling around the world trying to spread the word that, hey, there are vampires out there and they killed people and blah blah blah. And now she's taking the fight to them. And she's approached by this group of people who are like, yes, we know what you're talking about. We want to fight the vampires too. And we've been doing it for all this time. We're seasoned vampire hunters, though apparently we're seasoned veteran vampire hunters who have no idea how to act around vampires, no idea how to prepare ourselves or equip ourselves, because we're going to go down to these caverns where, of course, the vampires can be active all the time. We're not going to take enough ammunition or prepare ourselves, and we're going to do stupid things that seasoned hunters would never do. Okay, so Lilith, queen of the vampires, kill her and you kill all the vampires, blah, blah. This movie takes everything that was good about 30 Days of Night and just says, yeah, we don't need any of that stuff. Now, I think what made 30 Days of Night actually a pretty good movie was it brought back that the fact that vampires are monsters. They looked like monsters. They spoke in a language that no one knew. They had their own tongue. They shrieked and screeched, and they looked and acted like monsters, because that's what vampires are. This one said, well, we don't want to do any of that, so we're going to have them speak English. We're going to have them look a little less, feral, and they're going to be, dressed more like a bunch of Blade, stand-ins. And cast rejects. So, just so much wrong with this movie. It just, even for a direct-to-video, it's not a good vampire flick. It left me. I think a big part of it is the fact that it calls itself 30 Days of Night. It's taking off of that movie, and I enjoyed the original comic series 30 Days of Night so much. And the film was a pretty good adaptation where, like I said, you bring back the whole ferocity of vampires. And this one just said, we don't need any of that. We're going to go our own way with it. And I don't like it when they do something that is set in a genre, a specific area. It's in this corner of this genre. That's where the story is. But we're going to pick it up out of there and we're going to throw it over there somewhere. And wherever it lands, that's what we're going to do. I don't like that, and that's what this one does. It ignores everything that went before and just said, we're going to do our own dumb stuff, and we're not going to pay that much attention and really even care that much. So, doesn't surprise me that I don't see the original actress who played Stella back in this one. It was just trying to capitalize on the success and popularity that was 30 Days of Night. And it shows that the only interest in this was to try to make a quick buck. That's all this movie was. It was an attempt to make a quick dollar based on the popularity of its predecessor. Scale 1 to 10, it's like someone out there just took the entire vampire genre and they took a hedge trimmer and they neutered it. Next thing you know, we're going to have vampires, sparkling and going to high school? Come on. What happened to vampires? Real honest-goodness vampires. Even the bit romanticized vampire of Bram Stoker still had some ferocity and some animalism to him. There was more story there. And now it's just a bunch of whiny, emo, Urban Outfitter wearing bunch of pansy-ass fuckers that I just don't like. And I want to stop. And 30 Days of Night, I thought the original was a step back towards that, and then we take a step, and then, no! We're going to have everyone, they all wear leather, and they hang out in goth clubs, and they listen to industrial music, and, and that's what they do. Really? Ugh. That's all I got for this one. Till next time, stay safe out there in the wasteland.